Okay, today we're changing the oil on the 2004 LLY Duramax. I'm just going to kind of go through the process, show you how I do it, all the stuff you're going to need. So starting off, we got the oil. I use Shell Rotella T4. This is conventional 1540. I believe if you change your oil frequently enough, you don't need the expensive stuff. However, the nicer stuff you can run longer intervals, but that's the oil. You're going to need 10 quarts of that for this Duramax. Oil filter, I use a K&N HP 3003. Going to need an oil filter wrench, a drain pan that is suitable for 10 quarts of used oil, and brake parts cleaner for cleanup. And first thing you're going to want to do is start up the truck and let it warm up. So like I said, this video is just for those who just bought one of these trucks, want to start changing their own oil. I'm not doing everything perfect, I'm sure, so let me know what I'm doing wrong or different. Let me know what you guys do, but this is just my method. So just took the truck for a drive, let the engine warm up a little bit. Here it is up in here. Of course the HOA is mowing the neighborhood grass today, so sorry about that noise. Otherwise, first you're going to want to just open this up and take off your fill cap, just like so. Want to inspect that. Alright, yeah, so you want to take that cap off just so that the oil can breathe, come out a lot easier. And after that, I always get a little piece of cardboard, put it under so if I make a mess, it doesn't stain the driveway or whatnot. Also slap your drain pan down here. Okay, here we are up underneath. Here is your drain pan bolt for the engine oil. Now that turns out it's a 16 mil, not a 14. And here's my drain pan, it's all kind of ready. Now, a little trick I use for these trucks, since this has the skid plate package, is to take some tin foil and kind of angle it up in there. And I do something like this so that when the oil starts dripping out slowly, it doesn't go back around and fill up this skid plate, because it's done that to me before and it's really frustrating trying to clean that all up. So this way it can just kind of waterfall down this thing into your drain pan. And another thing is you want to make sure this is open so that oil can go in there, because it's going to come out fast, hot, and it's not going to wait for you. So I guess that's as far as that goes. Oh, there we go. So it kind of pulls up there. Another thing is this one does have a vent, so make sure that's open. We want that to breathe, so when the oil goes in, the air goes out. So let's get ready to do this. Just loosen it here with the wrench. Now be very careful, because when you start loosening this, it's gonna give and it's gonna smack the transmission. So I always try not to, but you know, I just busted my pinky fingernail against the transmission trying to get this thing loose with one hand. So just be mindful of that. Anyways, now it's loose, so we're just gonna twist it off. Drain pan, I scooched it over so that when I take off the filter, it can drip in here, but also allow that to continue dripping as well. So let's see here. So right up in here, this is just I guess a band clamp, kind of a wrench. What you do is you just stick it over and it works just by creating this tension. It squeezes it. And I do all my oil changes, so I don't put them on here, you know, extremely tight. Just enough is all you need. So that way, when you take it off, it comes right off. So you can see I've already got it loose. So that's all you need the wrench for. Sometimes you don't even need one, but so now this can sometimes make a mess. So watch out. I just kind of loosen it off, and just loosen it until it starts leaking. Let it drain out a little bit, because it's hard to show you, but on this truck it kind of sticks out sideways at a 45. So you have to take it off and it's going to spill. Okay, so once you kind of let it drip, you can just go ahead and unscrew it all the way. And I accidentally hit stop record, but kind of jumped on me. That's what it looks like. It's just dripping out and kind of made a mess, but that's really all there is to that. So now we just have to reverse our steps. Okay, now that we did that, we can tighten up the drain pan bolt. Now this, you don't want to get too tight either. Just get it on there and just snug it. That's really all it needs. Just like that. And with that out of the way, we can take our tinfoil off and we're good to go here. Okay, so we're back up top here, and now that our old filter is off, we can pop open our new filter. And what I like to do is just leave this in the box here, and I like to pre-fill it just a little bit. Now like I said, it sits kind of sideways, so it sits in there maybe like that, but I can still I can fill this up at least a third the way full, and that just prevents dry starting when I start it up, so it doesn't get as big of an air pocket. So I forgot, you're also going to need a funnel. So you just kind of stick that right in there and just put a little bit of oil in there. I couldn't show that because I needed two hands, but if we take this funnel out, I don't know if you can see in there. That's probably too dark, but the oil's actually down there about halfway, and I just let that kind of soak in. But now that that's soaked in, I'm going to take it out and slap it on. Alright, so here's my new oil filter. All I'm going to do is just take a little bit of oil from up here, get it on my finger, and run it around this seal. You want to make sure this seal has a good coat of oil so that it can form a good seal. It's kind of strange how that works, but that's just the way it works. So now before you put the new one on, you want to make sure that your old oil filter gasket isn't stuck on here, because you don't want to double up. That would cause a leak. So just be mindful of that as well. And now that I've got the top of that gasket all oily, I'm going to bring it out of the box, just like so. And just gonna kind of angle it on and start threading. Let's see, it's hard to show. There we go. make sure it threads on nicely. Don't cross thread. And then just get it hand tight for now. I always just kind of wipe the grease off of that, just so it doesn't pick up dirt and everything. And you really just want these hand tight. But since I've got oil on my gloves, I'm just going to take my wrench, put it on the other way, and just a couple snugs. That's it. Don't need to go any tighter. Doesn't do anything. So you're good. Okay, so each one of these bottles here is a gallon. So 10 quarts is 2.5 gallons. So we're going to be dumping in 2 full bottles of this to start. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 quarts here, and on these bottles you can see you've got quarts to liter measurement. So we're going to be using that left column, and we're going to take it until it's about to that 2 quart mark. So we're going to stop and check. Okay, we can keep going. Stop and check again. Okay, let's keep going. And just like that, you can see we're at the 2 quart mark. And I always leave this in the truck toolbox so I can always top off if needed. But we're gonna stop there. Okay, after you let this kind of sink in and drain in, pull out your funnel. Set that down. Take your cap. And make sure to put that back on all the way. Just like that. And you're done with the oil change. Now all you gotta do is clean up. So you can see this is where that brake cleaner helps. It really cleaned this drain pan up. So now you just gotta take that to your auto parts store and recycle it. Okay, so these K&N filters are nice because not only do they come with the wrench off filter, but it comes with a new little windshield tag that marks your next oil change. So here's the last one I had. I last did it on Mustang Day of this year, and today's August 5th. So I go 3,000 miles, and you can see I was just about under that this time, but I've done some towing with it, so it's about time for sure. And next change will be 78,700. So I'm gonna go stick this in the truck and write down my records, and we're good to go. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to show you how to reset your oil change light. So I'm going to go down here and press, I believe it's that one. Yep, it's that gas pump one. And you're going to go to the, check it out, it says 72. You're going to hit the arrow, press and hold. Oil life reset.